All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to Henny Boyz Radio. This is episode 2, August 23rd, 2020. My name is PD, and with me I have...
boy Stevie,
the one and only.
and tune back into a second episode of this.
I can't believe you're here, whether this is your first episode you're listening to, or if you actually listened to the first one and you made it here. Congratulations.
I thought you were talking to me there for a second.
Can't even see what I say. Congratulations. Can't even talk, God.
How much have you been drinking, dude?
I was gonna say, are you busting out the Henny tonight?
Dude, I have literally sitting next to me right here, so let's see if I can get some.
Let's crack that open. Let's get that ASMR going again.
ASMR.
Let's do it. Oh, and again, you just gave all the listeners a nice whop.
Hear that? I don't. My mic's really shitty, so I don't know if it's gonna pick up all the.
You know what else is shitty? This podcast.
The Hennessy.
Pull up that Henny and that Coke.
Oh, there's me hitting my table. All right.
Oh man.
The first
anyway, guys. The first sip, we always got to start it off nice.
I mixed that super strong. God damn. This podcast is going to get interesting by the end.
By the end of this man's going to be on a rocker. Sheesh. Stay tuned, folks.
I neither confirm or deny if I've had it.
Oh, shit. So let's start this podcast, this episode of the podcast on something pretty cool. We're going to talk about wet-ass pussy.
Jesus. Are we like it's gonna turn into like a call her daddy thing where we start talking about this type of shit now?
Listen, man, this can go any way that you want it to go.
So we just jump right into it, right? Like,
this is kind
of like jump right into the wet ass pussy.
I forgot to introduce our boy Craig.
Oh,
he's in the back room, our producer.
Wearing pants this week, Craig?
Yeah, he's not wearing pants. He's wearing Calvin Klein boxers.
God damn it!
He's got a White Claw. What flavor White Claw is that, Craig? He's got the black cherry White Claw on the desk. You already know what the vibe is. So our producer is going to be drunk, which is not going to bode well for this podcast.
You're going to be the only sober one by the end of this.
God, this will be interesting. Anyway, yeah, man. So let's talk about this cultural movement. I was just going to say. I said moment and movement. I can't talk today. Fuck this shit.
You already drunk. You're beating Craig and I to the punch.
This drunk off life. This cultural moment here. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, WAP. Stevie, I'll let you get the first word in this one because
my God, I'm honored. I'm honored to have the first word on this cultural moment. Yeah. Holy shit! Like, I feel like
that sums it up right there.
I feel like the only comparable thing to this that we've had in the last while is like Anaconda.
Right. And I keep seeing people bring that up too, but man,
right.
This is on a different level.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it blows it out of the water, I feel like, in every aspect of it. So I'll be honest, the first thing I heard about this was because I saw Ben Shapiro was trending on Twitter. And I was like, why the fuck is this? Alright, well, why is this fucker trending? And then all I saw was like things about him reacting or something like that. And I didn't put two and two together until I heard the song where I was like, oh, this is what he was talking about.
He's serious, man. Man's supposed to like break down into tears or something.
Holy shit. I was surprised just how like angry a section of the internet got about it. That was what was weird to me. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it kind of sparked a lot of conversations about, thinking of like male rap songs that have arguably more explicit lyrics.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like it's been like that for forever. This isn't anything new.
Yeah, and people just clearly uncomfortable with hearing some of this type of stuff.
Exactly, man.
Like, it's so unheard of in just our cultural lexicon, I guess. I don't know. That like even it kind of surprised me. Like hearing it the first time, I was like, holy! I was saying the dog for a walk, and I was listening to it, and I was like, what? Well, this is.
Yeah, to run back inside.
Yeah. That was a short walk. Let's just say that. No.
He heard the lyrics. He had to run inside and get that music video.
I told the dog to walk himself the rest of the way, and I ran back home.
Nah, you should have put one of the earbuds in his ears and let him get a little piece of it.
You just started seeing the red rocket come out there.
It's a movement, man. It's a movement. This is something special. How many views is it at right now? The actual music video.
That's a good question.
Let's load it up here, right, and let's not forget that Kylie Jenner makes the cameo of the year.
That's not even the biggest cameo for me in that one, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, you want to tell the listeners who else you can find the WAP video?
Incredibly talented Rosalia, my girl.
This is his dream girl, folks. You learned it here on Henny Boyz Radio.
120 million views.
120 million. I mean, it only came out 2 weeks ago, which is that's still some heavy numbers.
We're behind. Actually, talking about this. This is something we kicked off the first episode with, but instead we decided to do about going to Vegas during a pandemic.
You got to start right. So that's WAP, man. Just it's definitely something. The song and the video. Well,
so speaking, I don't know if you have anything else to say about WAP. Speaking of views, I just saw on Twitter that new BTS song Dynamite has already over 90 million views.
That's insane. Their fan base is insane in the way that they support them. I mean, I saw that's like their first all English language song too, which is kind of
90. It's at 93 million. The music video hasn't even been out for 24 hours as of recording.
Oh, that's got to break a record. I know Blackpink actually set that record pretty recently, like the most views in a 24-hour period.
That's wild. Yeah,
BTS, man. They were supposed to be coming to Florida actually on their tour. God, I had front row tickets, bro.
I'm sure you do. You're a big BTS stan, aren't you, Petey?
What are they called? Are they called like BTSers or some shit? A BSer?
I don't know. I'm just gonna plead the fifth here and say I don't know because I don't want the wrath of them.
True.
Please educate me, BTS stans, because I don't want the wrath coming at me.
Like, you know how some artists have just the dumbest like fan names, like Beliebers, or if you're a Rihanna fan, you're like in the Rihanna Navy. It's just it's just so stupid.
Is that actually what her fans are called?
Yeah, she'll like address her fans as like, "Hey Navy, I have a new single coming out." I don't know what the origin of it is, but
what?
You're not a part of the Rihanna Navy, bro?
Clearly not. I was part of the army, but that got
the fucking Rihanna Navy. I don't know, man. Rihanna doesn't exist in 2020 though. She's been MIA.
She's just collecting all of her Fenty money and
straight up. Can't really blame her.
That shit probably makes like hella cash.
Oh, she's getting checks for sure.
Like I was reading about stuff of like I think Jeffree Star, the YouTuber that like started his own like makeup line. He's making like $100 million off it or something. It's like absurd.
Dude, cosmetics, man. That's where the money's at.
It is. That's why Kylie,
like TikTokers.
Right, like Kylie, like quote unquote, made her like fucking like billion. And there's probably some caveats with that, but like, yeah, that's fucking like, just insane. Yeah.
So I think it's been decided. Henny Boyz makeup line is in the works.
We talked about this. We're gonna make a male makeup line.
Yeah, this is serious, folks. I mean,
it is.
We'll definitely have stuff for the ladies too, because that's.
And it's just gonna be
we're all about equality.
One shade. It's just gonna be Kanye brown.
Speaking of Kanye, do we want to bring up Jesus Talk?
Dude, so we were joking about different podcast names earlier today. Like, Jesus Talk sounds like the name of a podcast.
So, folks, Henny Boyz Radio is now Jesus Talk. TOK or K.
TOK.
I think I'm drunk, dude.
I think you must be.
You slipped some Henny through the
interwebs, yeah.
All right, let me pull out this Kanye tweet, the verbatim here. August 17th, he said, "A vision just came to me. Jesus Talk. I was watching TikTok with my daughter, and as a Christian father, I was disturbed by a lot of the content, but I completely loved the technology. We pray we can collaborate with TikTok to make a Christian-monitored version that feels safe for young children and the world. In Jesus' name, amen." Where do we even begin, Stevie?
I don't think I have, to begin. I just...
I want to know what kind of TikToks Kanye West was seeing that made him this disturbed to put out a tweet saying they should make a Jesus version of it.
I mean, I'm not on TikTok, but like,
oh, we know.
Yeah, everyone's aware of this.
This is the Zoomer and Boomer show here on Henny Boyz Radio.
That was
another working title. Zoomer and Boomer hours here.
We can guess which one's the Zoomer and which one's the Boomer.
I was gonna say I could show you the TikTok logo and you wouldn't be able to tell me what it is.
What? No. I'm aware of what TikTok is. Like, I know it came from Musically. I know it's owned by the Chinese government. I know all of these things.
The basics. My dad probably knows that shit.
Yeah.
Zoomer and Boomer Radio. Craig, what do you think? Okay, let's not talk about TikTok though, man. We're talking about Jesus talk.
Right. That's okay.
How about? I think Kanye's onto something though. I think we could do all social networks like with a Jesus friendly.
Well, I mean, we've already got like Christian Mingle, right? Like
there you go.
We got Christian Mingle, so you definitely have to have the Christian TikTok. And
Christian Graham could be Instagram. You know, it has to be approved by a Jesus person to post a picture.
Has to be up to a certain level of Christianity.
Suddenly, half the influencers' accounts are missing.
The thing that was very weird to me was the tweet he had like 8 hours ago, where he says, quote, "We got in contact with TikTok. Praise the Lord, praying hands. I'll keep everyone updated." So if that's true, TikTok reached out to him and was like, "Yeah, we're interested in this." Which I can't think of any scenario where TikTok would be interested. Right?
I mean, Jesus talk is the future, man. I guarantee, you know? What is it? September 24th or whatever is the day TikTok is shut down? September 25th, we're seeing Jesus.
I mean, if you do want to talk about TikTok, there's rumors that Microsoft is going to buy it. But, I mean, I don't know how in-depth TikTok
we love Microsoft here on Henny Boyz.
Says the guy that runs all Apple products. But, yeah.
Zoomer versus Boomer. Let's get it trending. Henny Boyz Radio.
Last week we did talk about getting the Microsoft logo tattooed on ourselves, so yes.
That's about all we can say. Thank everybody for their prayers. I found my Christian CFO. God is so good.
I saw that
Kanye West 9 hours ago. I can't believe he got in contact.
Did you see the picture that he tweeted on August 19th that says, "This is a God dream," and it's a bunch of people around, old white dudes, mind you, around a whiteboard, and it's got all these Christian things on it.
There's a whole there's 5 bags of Chick-fil-A on the table. Yeah. What on God's earth does Kanye West do with his daily life? Because he's not making music. We know that.
Wait, all of his tweets are pictures from his ranch, and then pictures of him doing fashion. If you I was scrolling down to this earlier today, and it's just all these concept stuff for fashion.
Yeah, right.
There's shoes.
Puts out shit.
There's one where you just got a shoe that looks like a dinosaur fossil. Or
bro, if you're ever bored, just clicking through the tweet replies to all those tweets is just the funniest thing because people are just so critical of it. It's amazing.
There the one where he announced he was gonna quote unquote run for president? Elon Musk was the top reply where he was like, "I'd vote for you.
I'd vote for you, Elon Musk."
If that doesn't say something about Kanye West and Elon Musk.
Don't forget, he was at Chick-fil-A with Steve Harvey this past week, apparently, too.
Yeah.
Good God, man.
He tweeted that out.
In some random-ass city in Georgia.
And Dan and Bubba giving grace. But.
Wow, we have given Kanye West entirely too much time on this podcast.
That's what I was just going to say. This podcast is going to turn into...
It's Jesus Kanye talk, West. Man. It's Jesus talk.
With Zoomer and
Boomer. Oh man! Speaking of Zoomer and Boomer, man, let's. You had the follow up to the DoorDash story from last week. What do we got?
So I was telling you that last week I told the story about the odd run-in I had with the DoorDash application where it sent me. I got a picture of my house, basically texted me 30 or 40 minutes after I got the food. So I was using DoorDash again this week, and long story short, I ordered some Popeyes, got the Popeyes, consumed the Popeyes, and then later that night proceeded to get another text from DoorDash with a picture of my front door with the food at the front door. So I just think that what ended up happening is that DoorDash needs to fix their app.
I was going to say, is it you? Is it on your end, or is it their
I don't know.
or something?
I don't know. Or maybe literally like what the drivers do is they take a whole bunch of pictures and then just when they have an opportunity, you just send them all out. But like, if I wasn't paying attention to the app, I would have and I was going off of that text, I would have let that chicken sandwich would have sat out there for an hour or two.
Don't let the Popeyes chicken sandwich get eaten by the crows, man.
No, dude, there's a bunch of feral cats in our neighborhood, so that's what we've got.
Man. I'm sure your dog loves that.
Man, take
our resident dealer, man.
Yeah, the plug. It's an adventure and a half taking him for a walk sometimes. He likes to stop and stare at the cats, and he's a beta, right? He's not an alpha. He's very much a beta dog, and amazing dog. He's hilarious, very loving, but he's a fucking beta, and he tries to size up these cats. Not to stray away too much from what we're going to talk about, but he likes to try. I don't know what he's trying to do, and it's clearly dude, you don't want the smoke, man, because that cat will on your ass.
He hears you put WAP on, and he's like, "Ah, shit, I need to go inside."
This is indoor activity. We can't have that outdoor. No, our neighbors can't be knowing we're listening.
That's the plug for you, man, and that's DoorDash. How's your Bumble situation going, Stevie?
Awful, man. It's awful.
Another week, nothing good.
Yeah, literally nothing.
No ladies.
I haven't had a single match. I must be the ugliest man on planet Earth.
Guys, he's single.
So are you. But, Craig, I haven't asked Craig. Are you single, Craig?
Nobody's single on this podcast.
Nobody's single, or is everybody?
Anyone that drinks Black Cherry White Claw is single, though. Craig's
married to the game. Craig. He toils
married to
hard.
That's right. How come this podcast sucks, Craig? Okay. God damn, dude.
Have you been back on?
No.
Not back on,
bro.
Haven't jumped on
Bumble again. You're gonna make me go Allen Iverson again?
Yeah, do it for the
Bumble or Jim Mora. Bumble. Tender.
But have you been back on? No.
No, I haven't. No, I have not touched it.
Haven't tried Hinge.
Not into that foo shit, son.
I've had 2 in the queue for the last week, and I don't know where they are because they won't pop up. Yeah.
That's the new podcast name. 2 in the queue radio.
2 in the queue. The entire
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
It's just two nerdy ass white boys just talking about dating apps.
I guess I never did make a disclaimer last week or this week that this is an NC-17 rated podcast, folks. I don't. It's probably too late now, you piece of shit. But
we should make this a XXX podcast.
Let me turn off my mic and let's get it going.
More Henny and ASMR.
We got a special guest coming on later, but right now let's talk some sports, man. A lot of sports happenings.
Sports Center,
NHL, NBA playoffs going on. We got the MLB regular season.
It's crazy for a fucking pandemic that we have all these sports.
Exactly. I'm not complaining. I'm glad it's there hasn't been anything too serious recently. And the NBA bubble, of course, is just the most genius idea ever for how well it's been working.
Adam Silver again proves that he is the best commissioner in the 4 major sports in the U.S.
100%.
Without question.
Yeah, 100%.
And even too, I was watching it was the draft lottery. And they had him on there, and they're talking about it. And Rachel Nichols asked him, they're talking about bringing the season, the next season, starting it basically pretty soon, as soon as this season's over, in December. And he was straight up we're still trying to figure that out, but we probably don't think it's going to be early December. I was wow, we're taking this very seriously compared to I feel like some of the other leagues are especially the MLB, where it's just throw them out there and see what happens. But
exactly, and isn't the MLS? They just did this whole bubble tournament just to go out and do a normal season traveling. They're allowing fans at games too.
Oh really? I could have sworn that the MLS MLS. Like the tournament was supposed to be a replacement for the season, and now
I thought that too.
Like they're playing tonight, right now. They're playing like
in hindsight. Who even cares? It was like the preseason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, who cares about the MLS regardless?
I thought you said it was the best league in the world.
Oh, I mean, just because it's the best sports league in the world in the history of all time doesn't mean that people need to care about it. That's how I stand on that.
And like you've had, and then like on top of that, you have like UFC fights. Like at one point, UFC was talking about doing like fights on like an Indian reservation, I think.
Oh yeah.
And, like, this was like very early in like the quarantine of the pandemic, but now they're just doing them in Las Vegas with like no one there. Like there was
Don't
like
they have like screens of fans?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think that was WWE actually that I saw. They did like NBA where they had like the virtual fans.
Dude, so if you want to talk about virtual fans, there's nobody worse than like the fucking Fox Sports virtual fans that they put on there.
I don't think I've seen those.
No, I
don't think so.
They're like fucking me characters from like the you know how on Wii you had like that's what they look like. And like they pump in like fake crowd noise over the broadcast. It is the Twins were playing on Fox yesterday, I think. They were playing the Brewers. It was one of the most weird just like experiences ever. Because I think we've kind of gotten used to this. I've gotten used to like not having crowd noise or like having kind of the fake crowd noise. But this was just blatant. Like there's a lot of fake crowd noise. And like you would see like a foul ball would go into the stands and they would show the stands and they would just like quickly like populate it with all these fake like weird CGI character fans.
I just want to know what the players think of all this crap, like especially the in-game fan noises and everything. That must be bizarre.
It must be.
It probably feels artificial.
Yeah, I feel like I bet it feels like practice.
Yeah, dude. How about the Padres though?
Oh yeah,
four straight games.
Yeah, I don't know if they're playing today right now. I can look at that, but yeah, they had 4 straight games of the Grand Slam. Fernando Tatis is literally the best player in baseball right now. El Nino
swinging on 3-0 counts,
disrespecting the unwritten rules of baseball.
It's just a joke, man. I didn't even really know about that. I saw he hit a grand salami. I didn't know it was a 3-0 count or whatever. I didn't know he was getting shit for it.
Oh, like, this is the weirdest. I've never heard of that rule either. And he got in like his manager was pissed at him. His manager made him apologize.
What a fucking joke!
Like the manager has to realize that like if he pisses off Tatis, that's the last thing that organization wants is their star player pissed off. Like
they probably won the game by less than 4 runs.
I don't know about that. They were up like 6 or 7-0, right? Nothing. That's why the Rangers were supposedly.
Man,
like you guys are blowing us out, and you're swinging on 3-0 with the bases loaded, and it's like pitch better.
Yeah, somebody just sounds salty.
I feel like the same people that complain about that are the same people that complain about participation trophy. Kind of feels like that was a participation. Like not swinging in 3-0 is just the dumbest thing. Like you're gonna tell like probably the best player in baseball right now at this moment not to swing on a pitch down the middle on 3-0 with the bases loaded. That's stupid.
Because watch it would have became like a full count, and then what? He would have grounded out or something. Double play. Who knows? Who
knows? It probably wouldn't have mattered, but it's just kind of like I would much rather see I'd much rather see Fernando Tatis play than some no-name pitcher walking for a run.
Yeah, exactly. Swing the homer, get the grand slam.
Exactly. But yeah, 4 in a row. They had a walk-off the other night.
Yeah, Manny Machado, right?
Major league record. Yeah, it's a major league record, I think.
It's been fun to watch. And they've won all those games, haven't they?
Yeah, I haven't paid too close attention. I don't know about that, but yeah, they.
Yeah, I don't even know what the standings are like in the NL West right now.
Yeah, the whole MLB scenario is just kind of fucked up because they've had some teams not play games just because of COVID. And now I
was going to say the Cardinals have played like 12 games or something.
Yeah,
meanwhile, everyone else has played like 30, like halfway through the season.
Exactly. It's crazy. We're already technically halfway through the season.
Yeah, right.
That's the wild thing.
This whole year is just fucked anyway. Need a do-over.
BTS is releasing songs in English. That's a sign.
It's come too far.
Kanye's trying to create a TikTok for Christians.
Folks, we cover everything apocalyptic here on Henny Boyz Radio. Everything you need to know that is shitty in the world, we cover here.
So I know we're kind of jumping around right now, but so speaking of COVID and quarantine, you have any updates on your hair? You done anything with your hair?
Bro, I mean, I was telling you off the record, the hair is just getting obnoxiously long for me, like to the point where it like kind of pisses me off sometimes, especially if I don't wash it or something, and it's just like I don't style it up. Shit's getting in my face. If I pull it down, bro, at this point, it's almost down to my chin. Like if I pull it straight down all the way.
Same probably state.
Ridiculous.
One suggestion I can say is invest in some good headbands.
Dude, yeah, I really need to do that actually. Usually I'm just wearing a hat, or I'll just, like throw some gel and spike it up out of my face, but
I did that, but I was getting sick of the hat because, I mean, all I would do would be wear a hat.
Right. It feels weird, like being inside, too, wearing a hat, like, all the time.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to go bald out here.
Well, so, like, I bought a trimmer, or hair clippers, or whatever you call them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't opened them, so I don't know.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Just some, like, light maintenance work, or what? Like a full
So
cut?
Full buzz job is the plan here right now.
That's good, man. That's good. We might have to get some, like, video for that or something.
Start making some video podcasts.
Yeah, little extra. If you become a Patreon subscriber on Henny Boyz, maybe we'll treat you nice.
We don't have a Patreon, so they're just going to be giving their money to strangers. They don't listen to the podcast, though.
Just Venmo me. My Venmo username will be in the comments. Well, $10 and we'll send you a video of Stevie trying to cut his own hair.
Maybe a picture of Britney Spears bald.
Dude, I'm telling you, exactly on the 1-year anniversary, I'm getting a nice cut for sure.
Yeah, I'm past. Well, we talked about this last week. I'm past the 1 year. I did shave my beard though. I now just have stubble, and it is the most liberating thing I have ever experienced.
The facial hair, I couldn't do that shit anymore, man. The mustache, it was an era. It had its moments, but man,
my mustache era lasted me a day before people were just like, I was starting to pull snaps of just like my mustache.
It was a good time to have the creepy mustache because I'm just wearing a mask out in public anyway, so no one's judging too hard. Or
like, I didn't leave my house the entire time I had the mustache, so
yeah. At that point, like, what's the point of having it if no one's even going to see it or whatever? Might as well just shave it.
I have records, so it's now a story. We're like, after all,
that's good. Exactly. We got media. We got photos in the archives.
My phone has become now just a vessel of just like vanity because now it's just pictures of not only the dog but now pictures of me with like my COVID hair and beard.
That's everything you need right there. Shit.
It's the only thing good coming out of quarantine and COVID is a bunch of stories now, just not shaving.
Right. Hopefully we look back on this time in like 2 to 3 years and just think, what the fuck?
I don't know. It's a whole different world right now. For sure.
Oh man. So let's talk let's talk getting a little in our feelings because there was an album very dear to both of our hearts that just celebrated its 4th anniversary on August 20th, and that is Frank Ocean's masterpiece Blonde.
No. It wasn't the Hamilton album.
It's now that's what I call music 79.
Oh, we're going back to that.
Come on, man. We're back to that bullshit. It's Kids Bop 36.
Yeah, no, not to take away from it. Yeah, Blonde turned 4 the other day.
You think Kids Bop was gonna cover WAP at any point? I can't even is there a single lyric that they could salvage out of that?
Well, they just have to go with the radio, like wet and gushy type of thing, or
I got wet ass gushy.
They're talking about the gushers. They're wet.
Waving around little fruit snacks. That's a wet ass gusher.
It's about
all these girls in the house. That's what they can do.
It's a song about
girls in the house.
It's a song about washing your dog. It's a wet ass puppy.
It's about wireless access points. Anyway, Frank Ocean, motherfucking blonde.
So distracted, yeah.
Oh man, this is Henny Boyz Radio. Craig, cut the audio, bro.
Sad boy hours. Remember this. Sad boy hours.
Sad boy hour. Let's talk about one of the best albums of last decade. And that, again, is Blonde, Frank Ocean. August 20th, 2016, just a day after he released his visual album, Endless. I mean, what's your first memory of this album, Stevie? Where were you when you first heard it? What were the initial reactions?
I can distinctly remember. It's like not weirdest. I can distinctly remember where it was when I heard that Endless had dropped, and then I
right, me too. I feel like anyone who's anyone like could remember that day. That was,
I don't know about that, but I feel like anyone that's as big enough of a Frank stan as you or I, especially
anyone who's anyone, yeah.
We only allow Frank stans in this podcast,
and I guess BTS since we did you guys dirty earlier.
Yeah, we love you guys. No,
yeah, Dynamite now streaming.
No, like I remember, we were in college, right? And
yeah,
it was our 2016. Yeah, it would have been our senior year, and I think we would have I would have just moved into my like senior year apartment with my friends.
I was gonna say it was only like a couple days before like first day of the semester for fall and everything.
Yeah, for you, yeah. I distinctly remember sitting on my laptop and like late at night listening to it and just being like, God damn! I remember the first couple songs. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but it took me a little while. It took me like through part of the night just to be like, all right, because it's like it's different from Channel Orange, and it's
very different,
and it's I mean, there's nothing really like it even now. I feel like there's kind of imitators, but there's nothing seriously like it. And I just remember like it took me a little while, like part of that night to get into it, and then I got into it, and I was like, this is fantastic, and I just
something special, man. Yeah, definitely a moment in time of an important album to be released.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like you said, there are already a lot of people are already influenced and impacted by it. Young artists trying to make that kind of minimal lo-fi kind of R&B pop sound.
It's almost in a lot of ways kind of comparable to, not to get back on the topic of Kanye, but like almost like 808 and Heartbreak, and like how 808 and Heartbreak basically just defined like what the last like 5 years of hip hop have basically been. Like,
right, yeah. Just, people overlook it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the Blonde kind of does that in a lot of ways for R&B and even like hip hop and rap in general. But like it very much is just like that. It's on its own pillar. Like there's just nothing really close that comes to it in that genre for me.
100%, yeah. And 4 years later, and we haven't heard too much from him since. Just 5 or 6 Lucy's.
He had that 1 year where he had 4 singles, and all of them are just. I still listen to those 4 singles.
Right, man. Chanel, Biking Lens, Moon River out there. He
dropped
DHL and In My Room last year. Those are both nice. Cayendo. No album, though.
Where Frank is. I hope he's listening to Henny Boyz. No.
Man, rest in peace, his younger brother, though. He died in a car crash a couple weeks ago. Very tragic. So he take all the time you need right now, Frank. Shit. Don't owe us anything.
No, and he's one of those guys where I feel like he's earned, not to say that we as fans deserve an album, but I feel like he's earned everyone's being like, all right, take your time. Because clearly, when you
100%.
When you give him, when he gets the time to sit and ruminate and like, because like, didn't he like basically just not quit, but like he kind of quit music in between Channel Orange and Blonde and like just tried to live a normal life, right?
Yeah,
like
because that's how he got the experiences. He was out there, like you said, living life, getting material to even write about. Period.
So like the guy that like so talented is Frank, just like so fucking talented. and you know that like whatever it is that he does is going to impact his music.
Yeah.
And if it's him like just sitting out for 5 years, I don't care because like.
And it's funny because the gap between Channel Orange and Blonde was also 4 years. So like it'd be next month is when his next album would be coming out if it was the case, but it'll probably be another year or two. We'll see.
Yeah. I said I remember where I was when I read about Endless. I think it was you. You were messaging me about he put it on his website or whatever, Endless, or he was live streaming because that's how he like.
Yeah, the live stream. He was live streaming like a couple weeks even before Endless came out.
Okay, so I can't remember if it was that or it was Endless, but I was driving to Best Buy. Remember the Best Buy over by Rosedale?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right up, yeah. I was there, and I remember seeing your messages. I don't know why I remember that, but it was just like, oh shit, Frank. Something's brewing with Frank. I think it was that, or it was like him leaving his record company. Like he posted Endless to get out of his record company deal so that he could
exactly, man. He finessed.
Yeah,
that was. You should go look up videos if you're curious about that, guys. But he finessed the entire industry with his last couple releases. Crazy. Shambles, man. And he profited everything off of Blonde. Straight dollar bills into his bank account.
Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he'll never release another album. And that's just like he made his bank. He's made his nut off of Blonde and then never coming back.
There are those artists every now and then that just have one or two classic albums and then call it quits. So
yeah,
he has his body of work. Can't say anything else about it.
No. You want to talk about Loudmouth? You want to bring your brother in?
Let's bring the man out. Yeah, just give me 1 second here.
Sure.
Talk some more music.
I'll go on my soapbox here. I'll start talking if you need something to fill the gap while you're away. Me and you, Craig. Talk. So, since I have the opportunity, I thought I'd just share some thoughts.
All right, the man.
I was going to share some thoughts. God damn it!
I just have to say.
You interrupted me, man. I was about to make
you can talk.
Long soapbox speech, man.
Yeah, what's Stevie's soapbox this week?
So I've been thinking, man. That's what I was going to talk about, right? And then you rudely interrupted.
Shut the fuck up.
Your apology is accepted. So anyway. I had this today, or not today, this week.
You had a what?
I had a thought, which is really rare for me.
Oh wow!
Not a TOHT.
Had to make sure. Yeah, I'm glad he clarified.
Yeah, just not swimming in that WAP yet. No. So Stevie's soapbox is how this is more Stevie's thought box than soapbox. But how there's Rule 34.
Yeah.
Like the rule is that whatever there's you think of anything and there's porn of it. Right?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Just explaining it for the listeners that don't know what Rule 34 is.
Go type in any fictional character ever followed by Rule 34 and you'll find out what it is.
And you will find something. Which got me thinking, there's parodies of movies, there's parodies of anything you can imagine, right? Does that mean that there are then porn parodies of Guy Fieri?
I'll take you to Flavor Town if you know what I mean. Bruh. Out of everything, you thought of Guy Fieri. Craig. I mean, have you Google searched this? It's not
no,
impossible.
I haven't done any research, and I don't want to do any research.
You gonna make me do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make Craig do it. He's the producer.
Craig, please find this shit out. The Guy Fieri porn chronicles.
Do you think when he is about to finish, he just yells, "Welcome to Flavor Town"?
God damn it! This is the last episode of this podcast I'm doing with you. So what, is he animated, or is it someone that like tries to look like him?
You're thinking about way more than I did. I just had that thought pop in my head, and I was like,
"You opened Pandora's box for my mind right now, man. I'm overthinking every possible thing."
So that led me to think about other things because it's like he's like that weird character or whatever that like he's a character, right? Like everybody knows who Guy Fieri is,
and we all love him, man. He's a fucking legend.
But he doesn't exist as like a movie or TV character, which is like what you would assume they would parody. So like, what are other things that would be like that could parody? And I was like, well, I mean, if you just want to stay in like the chef world, you could do Emeril Lagasse because he's got like the BAM thing, right?
That's perfect for Rule 34.
Exactly.
How about like fictional chefs, like like Chef Boyardee or Swedish Chef?
Shit. I mean, I wasn't planning on staying on the chef line, but damn,
you're kind of creating like a chef fantasy for me, man. Get the chick from Ratatouille involved.
Are you saying that you have well, Ratatouille's a movie though, so that's gonna have Rule 34, right?
Oh, what's her name again? I think it's Colette. Let's find out.
Yeah, I think that is.
So you're telling me you think there's Swedish Chef Rule 34?
Yes.
Bork.
Do you think those two old guys are just yeah,
I'm not gonna get Statler and Waldorf judging it like, oh, look at the size of that. This podcast is off the rails.
What have I done?
Oh, Rule 34, boys. And it was like Guy Fieri is what you've done. Like we could have talked about any normal Rule 34, the green M&M or some fucking Marge Simpson or some bullshit.
Okay, I have a question. Why do you keep calling him Guy Fieri?
Oh, that's how it's pronounced.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. Have you ever watched an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Drives?
I think I watched like a few of them.
Yeah, like it's his real name is like Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Like his birth name.
Is it like a Stephen Colbert type of thing? That's another one you can have.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, Stephen Colbert. There's a lot of weird names like that where it's not pronounced as it's spelled.
You can have a whole Food Network just Rule 34.
Damn. Who's the guy that's on, what's his name? The fucking dude that, I don't know. I actually have no idea what I'm talking about. Food Network Rule 34. Google it up, folks.
And let us know. I ain't Googling that shit. I don't need that on my browser.
This section right now is going to need a lot of editing. That's all I can say.
Craig, you're gonna
have to chop up a lot of this shit.
You're gonna earn your paycheck this week. Your Rule 34 paycheck.
Swedish Chef, Chef Boyardee, Emeril Lagasse, Guy Fieri. Who else could be there? Linguini from Ratatouille, Colette from Ratatouille. Fuck it, let's throw Remy the Rat from Ratatouille in there.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like those are
just like an orgy of fictional chefs aside from Guy.
Sure. I was just gonna say the Ratatouille stuff that's gonna exist because that's Rule 34 at its definition.
Dude, as soon as this podcast ends, that's what I'm typing into Google.
God, you're gonna have to report back next week.
Oh, fair.
We can have a Rule 34 segment to this podcast. It's not actually, but it's a joke. But
all right, guys, we are gonna bring in our first ever guest here on Henny Boyz Radio. This is the drummer from a pop punk band based in Orlando, Florida. His name is Thomas, and the band is called Loudmouth. They just dropped their debut EP, Eureka, on August 21st. It's 5 tracks long. It's like 16, 17 minutes. Stevie, what do you say?
You're more drunk than you
have
know.
Have you ever seen the movie Big Hero 6?
No.
God damn it. No, I can't make my next reference then.
Yeah, I hope Thomas heard all of our last conversation.
Oh, he will.
Okay.
He'll hear this podcast. Sure.
But
we're putting everybody on the Henny Boyz Radio. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I'm gonna send this to my mom.
Please.
Already said. I literally just listened to the EP minutes before we started taping this. So I will say I quite enjoyed it. I've heard a few of the songs off it because they put out a few singles and
you've seen it live even.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Peter's brought me to the live concert, and an experience I will never forget.
Oh, absolutely.
That was
at the in the middle of nowhere.
It was in the middle of nowhere, Florida, in a barn next to an abandoned
barn.
school bus, and there was a bunch of like high school rejects, I guess you could say, like kids that literally looked like they were still in high school that were covered in tattoos, like punk tattoos, just kicking and punching the air. It was
welcome to the local punk scene of Central Florida, my friend.
It was a night of.
I think the best part of it is the abandoned school bus that's just sitting out in the middle of like the yard there.
No, actually, the best part about that night was that one of the Henny Boyz, it was around Halloween, one of the Henny Boyz happened to be dressed up as the Joker. And was wandering around. Yeah, it wasn't me. I was dressed up. Wait, it wasn't someone dressed up as Guy Fieri?
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Is that how you got the idea for Guy Fieri Rule 34?
I wasn't at all thinking about that, no. But, yeah, that was a memorable experience, not just because of Loudmouth and the random weird kids punching air and dancing around.
This really is Zoomer and Boomer, isn't it?
Dude, I had no fucking clue what was going on. The crazy thing is I'm younger than you, too, which is the funniest thing about all this.
He's 18, I'm 19, for anyone wondering.
I don't know why. You're living in a past, man. Just admit that you're in your mid-40s and it's okay.
God, don't let anyone find that out, man. Craig?
Scratch that from the record, Craig. Anyway.
We're waiting for our guest to pull up to the studio, guys.
What the fuck is he? He literally is working on musician time right now.
It's yeah. This is how it is, man. Once you get the EP out, you get that rock star ego, I guess.
He's getting a lot of WAP right now, isn't he? So, speaking of WAP, if we can go back to that while we wait for Thomas, I just had an idea about this.
Oh, yeah.
Henny Boyz should release a song called WAD.
Oh, God. What could that stand for?
What else could stand for? Wet-ass dick.
Oh, I thought he said what? Like T. Wet-ass dick. The Henny Boyz debut single, WAD.
You know that they have to create a remix with like all male rappers on that, right? Like, I feel like that's just like the next move.
I feel like if you went to YouTube right now and like try to find like an unofficial one, like you already could.
That's probably a good point, actually. I'm sure I'm not the first to have made that joke.
I think I'll do that before I do Guy Fieri Rule 34 later.
Is that Thomas, or did he just get murdered?
He's upset.
Is he playing his F1 game?
I think he got the check that we were giving him and was expecting a little bit more. 69
cents is what you get. You get
Listen,
what you get.
We have 8 monthly listeners here. Good God, dude.
You can't discount the Henny money, all right? Hennessy has not brought in the money yet.
Just the blessing of being on this radio show alone is currency, in my opinion.
Oh, man. I'm glad that we're going to have so much dead air because people can now understand just like how fucked in the head we are.
Now.
I mean, the first episode,
week 1 was pretty tame. Yeah, it actually
was. Say so. This is strong. This is starting out very bold.
We're talking about fucking Guy Fieri porn for the love of Christ.
Wet ass dick, yeah.
Wet ass dick. Fuck Jesus talk, man. I want to live Henny Boyz unfiltered.
We should have the Henny Boyz should be a 2-part podcast that we release at different times in the week. The one is the NC-17 XXX rated episode, and then we have Jesus Talk, which is the same exact like topics, but just covered in a different light, a different tone.
Oh man! Or we can just like release the clean version and call that Jesus Talk. That's one's like 5 minutes long instead of an hour long.
Just us talking about baseball. That's the only
until we start talking about like Manny Machado's wife and if she's like DTF or something.
Isn't like speaking of that, actually, isn't his wife like related to Yonder Alonso?
Bro, that's you to tell.
I think so. I'm pretty sure because like the White Sox signed Yonder Alonso, and everyone was talking about like how Manny was going to go to the White Sox just because they signed.
You got me thinking about non-fictional character Rule 34 though, like
Jesus
Chris Bryant or something.
Christ.
What if I like?
Fuck.
Is it just doppelgangers at that point?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like most. I don't know. I don't actually know what Rule 34 porn is like because I've never actually looked at it.
I don't know like the specifics of the rule. I just know like the general.
I just know the rule is that like if it exists, there's porn of it, which means.
So I mean, Guy Fieri exists. It doesn't state anywhere that it has to be like fictional, right?
But who is creating Guy Fieri porn?
You know, I'm gonna do it right now. I can't wait.
This episode has just gotten real weird.
Wow. Well, I did find a picture of him with without his signature frosted tips hairstyle.
Straight there.
I'm disappointed in my findings, but not surprised.
So, while we keep up with sports, I do want to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, our home team. Both you and I, fucking kings of the draft, baby.
Got the number 1 pick.
That was wild. I mean, I know you didn't watch the lottery. I'm a huge draft nerd about basically any fucking thing, as you know. I don't know if other people know, but any sport that has a draft, I am down to clown with some draft.
You think history will repeat itself and the Warriors will get the better pick?
Damn it. I think what's going to happen, and I do hope that this happens, is the Wolves just trade the pick. There's no one like good enough like in this draft. Like there's a lot of really good role players. Devin Booker, Ben Simmons.
Somebody, yeah. I'd rather trade than draft a new dude, yeah.
I've heard like John Collins like thrown around from the Atlanta. Sabonis. Dude, Sabonis or Collins would be good. I mean, Simmons would be just like a completely different player from what they've got with D'Lo and Cat. But yeah, man. I'm excited about it. I mean, the Knicks got fucking shafted again.
Dude, yeah, what they got, like the 8th pick, right?
The 8th pick, man.
I didn't see Stephen A. Smith's reaction today, but I'm sure it was rough.
I'm sure it was.
I'm in no mood!
That should be the intro to this podcast. It's just that
Fuck it. Remind me to do that.
Yeah. I think I saw something on the Minnesota Timberwolves subreddit or something like that about how he and was it Max Kellerman? Who's the other guy on First Take now? Kellerman?
I haven't watched that show in decades.
Dude,
I'm 18.
It's not even 2 decades.
I'm in no mood!
If we ever do like soundboard shit, that's a soundboard right there.
I'm going to add the one with like wolves playing in the background. Oh. That's perfect. That's Henny Boyz' theme song right there, folks. It's been decided.
It's full. I'm in no mood.
Yes.
Yeah, he had something on there about how like I thought I saw this on the Timberwolves subreddit about how he and Kellerman were talking about like how D'Lo was like bad luck or something like that. I don't even know.
This is a movie to me.
God damn it! I love
Minnesota. I'll buy that t-shirt. Shirt's fine.
I looked it up last night because the Wolves the Wolves sell that on their store. You know that?
Is it an official shirt?
So it's all sold out, by the way, unless you wear a small.
Damn.
I know you don't, but
wait, it's the one with the actual tweet on it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They sell that. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. I'm sure you can find something on Redbubble or something.
Now it's time for the last sip, Stevie. What do you got to offer this week?
Not much. Let's see here. I don't have much left in here.
Throw it down for the culture.
It's mainly water, but just a touch of Henny in there.
It'll still get you up to Craig levels.
Nah, I think I need to drink half this bottle to get up to Craig's level.
Oh, man.
Craig's well in front of me.